Most people get stuck on the emergency fund because they're asking the wrong question. They ask, should I save 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? But the real question is, how long could your life keep running if your income paused? Because the right emergency fund size isn't a personality test, it's math. And in this video, I'm going to give you a simple calculator you can do in your Notes app in under 2 minutes that tells you whether you should aim for 3, 6, or 12 months. And I'll show you the most common mistake that makes people pick the wrong number and feel anxious no matter how much they save. Quick note, this is general education, not personal financial advice. You make your own call. Now here's why this is confusing. When people say 3 months or 6 months, they usually mean one of two things, and they don't realize it. They either mean option 1, 3 months of normal lifestyle spending, or option 2, 3 months of survival expenses. Those are very different numbers. So for this video, we're using the only number that actually matters in an emergency, your bare bones monthly expenses. That means rent or mortgage, utilities, basic groceries, insurance, minimum debt payments, transportation, and any truly non-negotiable bills. Not restaurants, not vacations, not nice-to-have subscriptions. Because in a real emergency, you don't need your budget to be fun, you need it to be survivable. So step 1 is simple. Open your Notes app and write bare bones monthly expenses equal blank. If you don't know that number, don't panic. Shortcut, look at your last month of spending, circle essentials, add them up. If you need a rough starting estimate, essentials are often somewhere between half and 2/3 of take-home pay, but that's just a placeholder. The goal is to replace the guess with your real number as soon as you can. Now, step 2, we're going to score your situation across 3 categories. And your score decides whether you're a 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month person. Ready? Write these 3 lines. Income stability score equal. Household responsibility score equal. Replaceability score equal. Category 1, income stability. If you lost your income tomorrow, how predictable is your next paycheck? If your income is very stable, give yourself a 0. Somewhat stable, 1. Unstable or inconsistent, 2. Category 2, household responsibility. If it's just you and you could cut fast, 0. You share expenses or have moderate responsibility, 1. You support kids, dependents, or your primary income, 2. Category 3, replaceability. If you lost your job, how long would it realistically take to replace your income? Replace within 1 or 2 months, 0. Probably 3-4 months, 1. 5+ months or your industry is slow, 2. Note, in recent BLS data, the median time unemployed has been roughly 9-11 weeks, and the average has been around 24 weeks. So finding the next job often takes longer than people expect. Now add your points. Your total score is 0 to 6. Here's the interpretation. Total 0-1 equal aim for 3 months. Total 2-4 equal aim for 6 months. Total 5-6 equal aim for 12 months. That's the calculator. And just so we're clear, this isn't a law of physics. It's a simple risk rubric to choose a starting target. Now here's the big idea. Your emergency fund isn't a badge of honor. It's a buffer that matches your risk. Some people need a bigger buffer because income is unpredictable, expenses are rigid, or replacing income is slow. And some people can safely use a smaller buffer because income is stable, expenses are flexible, and replacing income is easier. Now let's do a realistic example. Assume you make $5,000 per month and your bare bones expenses are $3,500 per month. That's your survival number. Example 1. You're salaried, stable income, 0. 2-income household could cut quickly, 1. You could replace income in 3-4 months, 1. Total score, 2. That points to 6 months. 6 months of $3,500 is $21,000. And notice what we did. We didn't say 6 months of your full lifestyle. We said 6 months of your survival number. That's the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling in control. Example 2, you're self-employed, income stability, 2. You have kids and you're the main income, household 2. Replacing income could take 5+ months, replaceability 2. Total score, 6. That points to 12 months. 12 months of $3,500 is $42,000. And yes, that can sound huge. But if your calculator says 12 months, that doesn't mean you need $42,000 immediately. It means your situation has higher risk. So you build a bigger buffer over time. Now here's the most common mistake people make. They choose their emergency fund size based on anxiety. They say, I just want to feel safe. So they pick 12 months even when their situation doesn't require it, or they pick 3 months because it feels achievable. even when their situation is clearly higher risk. Then they wonder why they still feel stressed. So here's the fix. Pick the number based on the score, not on your mood. Mood changes every week. Risk factors change slower. Quick pause. Write your score right now. If you don't write it, this stays interesting. If you write it, it becomes your plan. Now, the factor people forget, this changes the answer for a lot of people. Insurance and deductibles. A lot of emergencies aren't month-long income losses. They're big, annoying, sudden expenses, medical, home, auto. And the reason people feel underprepared isn't always because they don't have enough months. It's because one deductible could wipe out their cash. So here's a simple add-on rule. After you calculate your months, add a shock absorber. Your shock absorber is your highest deductible you might realistically pay this year. For many people, that's health, auto, or homeowners. Add that on top of your month's target. So if your 6-month target is $21,000 and your biggest deductible is $3,000, your practical target becomes $24,000. Not because the world is scary, because that's what your life actually costs when something happens. Now, what if you're building from zero? Here's the build order that keeps this realistic. Step 1, get to $500. That's your stop the bleeding money, overdrafts, late fees, panic credit card swipes. Step 2, get to 1 month of bare bones expenses. Step 3, go to 3 months. Step 4, go to 6 months if your score says you should. Step 5, go to 12 months if your score says you should, but only after you stabilize other basics like high interest debt, because the point isn't to hoard cash forever, it's to remove the risk that would knock you off track. Now the big objection, what if I can't save that much? You still win by building in layers, because every layer reduces stress. You don't go from unsafe to safe in one jump, you go from fragile to less fragile to stable. And even 1 month makes a huge difference in real life. Once you hit your target, what do? You maintain it. If you use it, refill it. If expenses go up, adjust it. If your life becomes more stable, you can lower it. If it becomes less stable, you can increase it. It's not a one-time goal, it's a system. Quick recap. Step 1, calculate bare bones monthly expenses. Step 2, score your situation. Income stability, 0 to 2. Household responsibility, 0 to 2. Replaceability, 0 to 2. Add your score, 0 to 1 equal 3 months, 2 to 4 equal 6 months, 5 to 6 equal 12 months. Multiply your bare bones expenses by that number, then add your shock absorber, biggest deductible. That's your emergency fund target. Now, if you watched my last video about where to keep your emergency fund, the tiers, this completes the system. You know where it should live. Now you know how big it should be. And if you want, in the next video, I'll show you how to build it faster without feeling broke, using a simple automatic setup that doesn't rely on willpower. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.